Ooh, doggy. What's going on, beautiful people? I hope and pray you're doing incredibly well. Super excited to be bringing you another video. I've been under the weather the last week or so, and I haven't released a video in a few days. So I'm back on the saddle, back feeling better again. And so, needless to say, I am about to bring you another tactical tip, something that I truly believe, actually, I guarantee will help a lot of your transactions go a lot smoother and get them to the finish line a little more easier. In fact, I also guarantee you this, that most new investors aren't doing this at all because they don't think about it. I didn't think about doing this when I first started, and I learned the hard way. All right. Now, before I dive into it, please like, subscribe, to share. Thank you. We have officially hit over 3,000 subscribers. So we're getting traction on the channel. Thank you. If there's a video that you want to see, if there's a topic that you want me to unpack, please leave in the comments below. I do not mind doing a video because the whole point of this channel is to help you get your deals to the finish line, or to really break into real estate investing and start making the kingdom impact that you want to make. All right. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of things, so to speak. Now, I remember when I first started and I was getting these properties under contract. And let's say, for example, I was doing a wholesale deal. I get it under contract. I send the contract over to the title company. Several days would go by, 3, 4, 5 days. And then I would randomly call the seller and say, hey, Mr. Seller, just so you know, I'm going to be bringing some people by. And this was a mistake, right? When I say I'm going to be bringing people by, these are typically the end buyers or other investors that I'm going to be wholesaling this contract to. Now, where the mistake lied is that I did not set the expectation at the very beginning, right? Because what happened was I went 3, 4, 5 days without talking to the seller, and then randomly called them out of the blue and say, hey, I'm going to be bringing people by your house. And they're like, wait, who are these people? What do these people want? We never discussed this, etc. Okay. So I promise you this, if you set these expectations with your seller at the very beginning, it will help your deals go 1,000 times smoother and get them to the finish line a whole lot easier. Okay. Now, this is what it sounds like when I'm setting the expectation with the seller. Okay. This is actually how the conversation would go. So once I got that contract back signed, I would call the seller and I would say, hey, Mr. Seller, it's Clifford, just letting you know we did receive the executed contract. So now I want to go over next steps and what you can expect next. So now I'm going to go ahead and send this contract over to the title company. And I'm also going to copy you on this email. So this way, Mr. Seller, if the title company needs anything from me or they need anything from you, we're all on one email thread, and it just keeps everything clean and this train moving right along. Now, the title company typically takes the longest part of this transaction. They normally take about 2 weeks to have title commitment. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and schedule some time for my GC to come out and some contractors to come out. So this way we can have everything buttoned up on our end. So when the title company does tell us we have clear title, we can go ahead and close quickly, because I know you want to get this done quickly, correct? That's it, right? That's my whole framing, my 2-minute spiel that I'm telling to the seller. And if you pause this and even unpack everything that I said, now we can unbreak this down, right? Number one, the title company, or the seller, sorry, knows that I'm going to be sending them over to the title company, this contract over to the title company. And why I copy them on the email is because I do this virtually, right? And so if there's any doubt in this seller's mind that this is not a legitimate transaction, they are going to see that, okay, wow, he sent this over to the title company. When that title company replies back to my email, it's going to have all of their information on it, right? Their address, their phone number, their fax machine, all of that, anything that they need from the title company in regards to contacting them, it's going to be right there. It's also me putting them in connection with the escrow officer because they're going to need things from that seller, right? So I'm doing that at the very beginning upfront. I also do a little thing here is where I put the blame on the title company secretly, right? I let them know that, hey, they take the longest part out of all this transaction, right? So that's me kind of already, if there's any delays, I can automatically blame it on the title company, right? Just because it's convenient. And so I kind of throw that in there, but I also let them know that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and be sending some people out to the house. So now they're expecting it. And I also framed it in a way to where it says, hey, Mr. Seller, I know you want to get this done quickly, right? Of course they're going to say right? No seller's going to say, no, I want to drag this out. I don't want to get this done quickly. So we can hold off on that. They will never say that ever, ever, ever. I promise you. Okay. Never, not one time have I had a seller say that. So they're going to say, absolutely, we want to get this done quickly. And here's the kicker. Now that I set that expectation at the very beginning, that seller is expecting me to be sending people over. And when I don't send people over, now they're thinking, is Clipper not doing what he's supposed to be doing? Right? So now they're going to be literally calling me and reaching out to me. Hey, Clifford, you mentioned you were going to be sending some people over. I haven't heard anything. What's going on with that? Right? Are we still good to go? Literally, I've had sellers call me and say that. If I was struggling to find some end buyers and couldn't get nobody over there, they'll literally start reaching out to you like, hey, what's going on? So moral of the story, point of this video, make sure that you are setting these expectations on every single one of your deals and watch how much smoother they go. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. Glad to be back doing these videos. Please check out the links in the description for my up and coming masterclass that I have, and I will see y'all